Hello, my name is Dr. G. I am a docent of the Colton Area Museum, which means that when you walk in the door, I will be here to welcome you and show you around to some of our wonderful displays. I'm also a member of the Board of Directors. We have about 8 members of the Board of Directors, including President, Vice President, Secretary, Treasurer, and several docent members that are here to serve you. I'm also a member of the Colton City Council, which means our Colton Area Museum has a direct connections to the happenings of what's going on to the city every day. One of the most important aspects of our museum is community outreach. And what I mean by that is the museum is actively involved in a guest speaker program. We also take tours in the surrounding areas of interest. And also, number 3, we get involved in community events. As far as our guest speaker program is concerned, we've had a gentleman representative from Cal Portland Cement Company join us and talk about their history. Also the owner of Nickelodeon Pizza, who talks about the beginning of his business right here in Colton. And finally, on staff, we have a historian who's well known about the history of the Colton Middle School. Looking forward, in September, we have Susie Earp from the well-known Earp family who'll be talking about the 1938 flood right here in Colton. In October, Stuart Wright will giving us a talk about tombstones and the history of tombstones and the stories behind them. The second aspect are our tours. Members and board of directors join together to take a visit to different locations in the surrounding area. This last year, we visited Cal State San Bernardino Museum of Art. We also visited a military museum in San Bernardino and also the McDonald's Museum. The third aspect of our program is also getting involved in community events. Every year in the month of May, we have Museum Day. Now in our 5th year, we celebrate the beginnings of the museum. And in doing so, we play the music, we have food vendors, we have games for children, and tell historical snapshots of some of the most important stories that involve the city of Colton. Also, we have a tombstone competition for those of you who are interested in the history of some of the most famous tombstones that are located right here in Colton. And finally, in November of every year, we take part in the Veterans Day program, celebrating and honoring our veterans that live right here in Colton. We would like to invite you to come and join us. We are open every Wednesday and Friday from 1 to 4 in the afternoon, and on Saturdays from 11 to 2. Hope to see you there.
Hi, I'm Frank Acosta, and I'm a retired school teacher from Colton Middle School here in Colton. And I'm also a member of the Colton Area Museum Board and a member of the South Colton Oral History Project Committee. If you have family who settled here in the past century, we'd like to invite you to bring in pictures so that we can scan them. In October and November, we plan to set up scanning stations at the museum, at the Colton Public Library, both in North and South Colton, and at the Hutton Center and the Lucas Center in South Colton. We can scan your documents and pictures on the spot and return them to you right away after we get the pertinent information for your pictures and documents. These are some of the pictures that have been donated either in printed copies or in scanned in picture form. This one is a picture of our very first Mexican-American Chicano councilman elected to the city council. And some of the pictures that have been donated to the museum also came with family history on the back, the genealogy for that individual. South Colton images will be part of the South Colton Oral History Project archive, and all other pictures will be part of the museum's digital photo archive. We also invite documents like marriage certificates and other important documents. We look forward to including your family's pictures because you're a part of Colton's history, Colton's past, and we'd like to make sure that we preserve those pictures before they scatter and they're lost to most of us. Thank you.
My name is Dr. Tom Rivera, and along with my research colleagues, Mr. Frank Acosta and Mr. Henry Vasquez, we started the South Colton Oral History Project in 2013. And the project period covers from 1850 to 1960. To date, we have interviewed over 70 individuals who were raised in Colton and who shared their experiences with us in growing up in South Colton. The public may view these interviews if they can log into Cal State San Marino's library, and also all of these interviews will be here available at the Colton Museum. Because of our partnership with the Colton Museum, we were able to incorporate the museum's photo and history archives to help complete and work with our project. Cal State San Bernardino and also the California Humanities Foundation. These partnerships have made it possible for us to be able to record the rich history of the South Colton area during a time of extreme isolation and also much discriminatory practice that happened during that period. We look forward to continue working with the Colton Museum in working with our project in completing our South Colton Oral History Project. For more information, come and visit us here at the museum.
Welcome to the Colton Area Museum. My name is Christina Paris, and I'm the Vice President of the Board of Directors and also a docent here. I'd like to welcome you today and speak a little bit about this tombstone design competition that I know you've been hearing a little bit about today. First off, what is it all about? Well, if you have that interest in the dead and dying, maybe you go to the Gray Cemetery to visit some loved ones. Maybe you've taken a look at some of those fancy headstones from the past. This is an opportunity to design your own. Now, I'm not asking you to go out and buy a chunk of granite and design something. This time, you get to design it out of something in foam and styrofoam. We're making this competition open to all ages. So maybe you have a young child who's showing an interest in the ghoulish things. I know kids, they have a ghoulish side too. This is an opportunity to give that chance for them to express themselves. So, and naturally, don't make it out of stone. Foam, styrofoam, cardboard, whatever. We do have some specifications. We have applications that are available here in the museum. So come on by. I strongly encourage you to come by. It will also be available on our website. You can Google our website, Colton Area Museum. Also, we're going to be having during the same time a exhibit on celebrating the afterlife. Traditions of memorializing the dead in Colton and its surrounding communities. Now, I'm sure you're asking, what is this all about? Well, we're going to be talking a little bit about the cemeteries that are part of our community. Maybe, I'm sure most of you are familiar with Hermosa Gardens. But what about Agua Mansa? Well, that was an earlier cemetery, and there's a rich history behind it. And this is your opportunity to learn about these cemeteries and their history. Also, we're going to be featuring talks about the ofrenda, which you can see over here, part of our El Dia de los Muertos tradition. And this is actually one that was made for Donald Everett Hines, a founding member of our museum who passed away earlier this year. You can see this actually on display right now when you come into our museum. So we're going to have this part of our exhibit as well. We're also going to have about Knox Snyder Mortuary. Now, I bet many of you don't know that in the early days that the ambulance service was actually run out of mortuaries. So if you had that heart attack and maybe you didn't get to the hospital on time, they just rerouted it to the mortuary. Convenient, right? In a gruesome sort of way. Also, in addition, we're going to be having in that exhibit as well, talking a little part that talks about the evolution of death and how it was celebrated and how those traditions evolved in the United States and with the immigrant influences that came to shape how we celebrate death and how we memorialize death now in the United States. It wasn't always reserved to the mortuaries like we see nowadays, how it's very removed from our everyday lives. Families actively participated in preparing the dead and actually having the dead actually displayed in their homes. So this is going to give you a whole new perspective. So we're going to have you really gaining a new perspective about how death was actually part of our lives and how the dead were still very much in your life until they were actually buried. So I very strongly encourage you to come to that, come down here to the museum. We're also going to have a guest speaker, one of my colleagues from Valley College. He was a retired coroner investigator from County of Los Angeles. So please come hear him. He'll be speaking on Saturday, October 13 at 2:30 p.m. So come for that. I know he'll want a very big audience for that event as well. So please come then for all our activities in October. Come to hear Susie Earp in September. Come for the Veterans Parade. Just come on down. We're open Wednesdays and Fridays from 1 to 4 p.m. and Saturdays from 11 to 2. And we will be more than happy to see you here and talk to you, give you tours around the museum, and just happy to have you as a visitor. Thank you and have a great day.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to IB Music Center. It's a family shop here in Colton, California, and we're here to talk about May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. We're having an event, Taste of Colton.
Our original restaurant since 2004. This last year we expanded to Floor's Diner here in Colton, across the street from Colton High School. And it's a beautiful place, man, and we're very blessed to be here.
Yo, what's up? It's Bam out here in the city of Colton to personally invite you to an awesome event happening Cinco de Mayo. May 5th, we want you to be there. It's the Taste of Colton, right outside the Colton Area Museum, right off of La Cadena. You know where that's at. Come out and have some fun.
Three Iron Brewing Company. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your beer? How long have you guys been in Colton?
We'll be here 3 years in April of 2018 this year.
Nice. So you guys have done the event with us how many years?
2 years. This will be the third year we've done
This will
the
be the
Taste
third,
of Colton.
this will be the third year for you guys. Thank you so much for
Oh, of
being
course,
back
of
with
course.
us.
It's part of the city, so we try to help the city as much as we can.
Thank you.
This is my good friend here, good sponsor this year, Orion Flooring. He's downtown in Rialto. Can you tell us a little bit about your shop, Sam?
Well, we've been in the community for about 17 years, and we are considered probably the largest inventoried store of porcelain tile, especially in probably the whole Inland Empire. We are privately owned, and we like to be part of the community. We love the community. We've been here for 17 years, and we like to continue our support to the community.
Aquí trayéndoles un amigo mío bueno de Miguel Sushi, que están localizados en Colton. Yo soy el event coordinator del museo de Colton aquí y vine a ver a mi amigo Miguel y a Luis. My name's Noe Medina, event coordinator from the Colton Museum 380 South La Cadena. Today I'm here with a good friend of mine down at La Rendezvous. Good friend of ours that's a good sponsorship, and they they did a fabulous job for us this year. And I want to like to introduce you guys to one of the main cooks here.
My name is Russ Salvato. I actually work with Manny. Manny's he's our chef and owner of the restaurant. He's been handling all the food. So the food is amazing. Whenever you come in here, you always have to thank him because he's had his hand in everything.
And you have a fabulous brunch on Sundays.
Yeah, brunch is taken off. It's amazing. We, at our other restaurant, we were over in North San Bernardino, we never were able to do a brunch. Here we're able to because of the quality of people that are coming in from Colton. It's been nice. Everybody really took to us really well. I think they were waiting for another nice restaurant to come back. The brunch, we're averaging like 150 to 200 people every Sunday. We just started a Saturday brunch as well, so it's going pretty well to start off.
Awesome.
The quality of the food is what sets us apart. As I tell people, there's buffet food and then there's ours. Because ours, the different things we serve like beef bourguignon, chicken piccata, salmon and tilapia, barbecue pork ribs, those are all things that are stand out, as well as the basics of eggs, bacon, sausage, pancakes, salads, and desserts. So the brunch is amazing, but the way I look at it is the brunch is a representation of everything we serve the rest of the time. When we're doing a dinner and we have rack of lamb, duck l'orange, all the way down to burgers and salads. So we have a little bit of everything, something for anybody, and we think the quality stands above.
Good afternoon. I'm here with Leno this afternoon. Came by to give him a visit. Good friend of mine, good friend of the city's. We just came by to thank him for all the good stuff that he's doing for us in the city, especially the community and Colton Museum.
We've been here for 28 years, serving the same menu to the community. We are very involved with all the youth sports here in the community. And then just recently, Noah got us involved with the museum. And we actually paid a visit to the museum, and you know what, I really enjoyed it because there's a lot of history there that we want to preserve. Every Friday is Fish Taco Friday, 99 cents.
Oh, you guys can't beat that.
Every day.
Can't beat a fish taco for 99 cents, especially how good they are here. So, how long you been here?
We've actually been here since February of 91, so that makes us 28 years.
And he's been our sponsor for quite a few years now, and we thank him for that. And he's doing an awesome job by helping out our community and being part of it. Big part of it. Leno's one of our biggest sponsors every year, and he's always there. He's always open door for us, the community as well as the museum. We appreciate him and everything he does for us.